Welcome everyone to Vault 88 in Fallout 4. This is my settlement build and we are standing right outside the entrance when you come into the vault area. And the first thing we're going to notice, there are two enemy spawn point locations right at the entrance. You can see here, it's marked over here. So this is the tunnel where you come in and the raiders and things are from outside. Because when you come to this area, look on the map over here, okay, you're going to find raiders and everything around here when you get here the first time. You've got a whole bunch of ghouls and things in this area. You've got raiders all over the place down there. So you're pretty much surrounded by bad guys on each side. And then obviously you've got the gunners here down the Quincy area as well. So you're in the middle of the hot soup or whatever the saying goes. Okay, now there are other spawn locations as well in this place, but they are far from this area. So I'm not going to run all the way down there because it will take you about probably 10 minutes just to get to each location. So it's pretty far. So, but I've got defenses up in case of something happening, but those spawn locations shouldn't affect this immediate area. So I'll show you guys that in a second. Okay, so we're going to come in. Here you've got the entrance, and obviously there's going to be bugs and ghouls and beasties and things all over the vault and things when you come here the first time and meet people and do the quests and everything. So we've got the basic entrance, Vault 88, welcome home. Okay, I got 2 security and a whole bunch of turrets. Now I didn't do much around here, and I didn't build a physical vault because I've kept it basic and using scrap and things like that. So there's nothing much happening on the inside around here, but you can explore and collect scrap and do things and find stuff around here. Okay, so the vault area is that way, which we're gonna build in. And then this place comes with its own power. So here you've got a generator, Vault-Tec generator, 150 power, active and working. You've also got the beacon, which you switch this thing on, which is part of the quest line when you start this place. So this is their beacon, which you can switch on, so you don't have to build one. You can if you want, but you've already got power and beacon stuff here in order to work. Now a lot of people don't actually know how the power works in this place. You don't need to attach wires and things to power this place up, and I'll show you the reason why. Okay, so, and here's the workbench. This is what the workbench looks like. You can see Vault-Tec workbench. So it's not your standard workbench that you get in the game. So let's quickly head this way. There you can see, there I've got a light switch on there. There a light switch on there, but I've got nothing attached to it. The reason being is this Vault-Tec conduit. When you build with Vault-Tec parts, any of these build parts, you're gonna get here, Vault-Tec, here we go. You build with any of these parts, you know, floors, walls, whatever the case may be. As soon as you attach any of these parts to this that's been built already, this whole wall, this section, everything that's down here, this has already got power on it. You can see the lights are on over here. Then you automatically get power from that generator. So if you use this point where you start in the game here, and you build your vault from this point outwards into this area, and it's attached, and then you use this as power. You spread it out like every maybe 3 sections, you know, like this is one section, this is a section, another one. So you have like a 2 or 3 cap, then put one on the back side of the wall over here or something maybe, or on the inside. Then you can add power onto your inside of your vault without having a bunch of wires and things on it. Okay, That's the basic version. Now, let's see. Okay, I got quite a few people. I got enough food and water, defenses and stuff. So, let's start down in this direction. Okay, work our way down here. Now, you're gonna see... Okay, so the two spawn locations we were at is down that way, the entrance over there. Now, there's an enemy spawn location in that direction, and there's one in that direction. But they are literally on the other side of the planet, put it that way. The one spawn location is this here. You see the University Point, and over there that pharmacy. When you go inside that pharmacy, that's the one spawn location. There's a door that you can actually go in there, or you go through the vault. This is the only other entrance basically into the vault area. So one is down there. I can't remember if there was one. I'm sure there was, but I can't exactly remember. So there's the one spawn point. The other spawn point is somewhere here. This whole area, the vault is underground in this entire area. So all I did was set up defenses here in case anything else comes through. But remember, when you start this place, you're gonna have scorpions, death claws, bugs, everything roaming around in the vault. So you gotta clear out the whole place, explore everywhere, activate everything, and then stick some defenses up here. So this is just a precaution. Then we've got a little farmhouse here with a couple of sleeping places for some of the farmers, and here's most of our farming area. And you can see it shows there north sector, so that's the north sector. Because the place is incomplete, not been built properly. So there's different sectors that you've got to explore. So start building. If you want to change this into a vault, start building your vault from that there, because it's already lined up, so you can just expand from this point, and then you can build everywhere down the tunnels and things like that. This is the original spot where you meet the overseer from the vault. I'm just thinking, where is she? Because I'm sure I told her to stay in the vault. Because you got an option usually where she decides to leave and go out in the world. You never see her ever again. But there's an option where you can convince her to stay in the vault as the overseer. But I can't remember now where she is, because that's the other guy. And she's got a suit on, but I don't think she's in the vault, because you actually get the special vault suit. Yeah, see here, Legend of Vault 88. This is the best vault suit to get in the game. Reduces damage from ghouls. That you get from her. But I think you only get it if she leaves, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, that's something you gotta decide when you meet her. Okay, and this is the overseer's bedroom basically, so I left this as is. So there's an extra bed, and then I made a couple of more beds down here for our hardworking farming people. If we make our way around, here's the other tunnel that goes down. So I set up some defenses here also, just in case if anything decides to come in here. I don't remember ever actually having a case where something spawns at the other locations that's all the way down in that direction and actually makes their way all the way to here. I don't remember having a situation like that, but they do spawn at the main entrance because we are technically under a raider camp. So something to keep in mind. Now, one thing when you get here, there's a lot of trash, there's a lot of stuff you can scrap. There is, you can see these train carts, there's vault pieces everywhere. So I reused most of the vault pieces. So I'll show you that in a second as well. Okay, now down here you've got tunnels that you can go down and scrap stuff, but some of these tunnels are glitched. You can see here, there's actually a hollow now underneath. here was dirt lying down here. And I don't know, somehow something happened here. Now I can scrap this out. But as we can see, look at these turrets are standing on the ground underneath. Because there's a slight glitch here with this flooring. Here's the old reactor core and things lying around here. Same problem on this side. If I work away here, see how it goes down here. So if you scrap this stuff, it becomes like hollow underneath with the proper rail and things like that. So they don't give you option to actually build it up properly. So I leave it as it is. And there's a couple of block tunnels down these ways, but you can scrap everything inside here, everything. There's a water tower. You can leave it or scrap it. But I decided to leave everything, and instead of building a proper vault in this one, I decided to build it like, no, it's scrap. They don't have everything they need to build the vault. So let's build a scrap looking vault. Okay, so, and we've obviously got our water supply. Now, there is a water supply actually in the vault that you can connect. But it's down one of these tunnels. I'm not sure which one it is. If you go down these tunnels all the way down, you get to a massive underwater well and pump and everything. So you can connect your water. So you're already supplied with a water supply and power. And a few other things. So there's plenty of stuff too that you can actually use already. Well, let's have a look at what I've done here now. Switch on the building mode thing again. Okay, so we got, I added a couple of extra defenses over here just in case anything does come through here. So you've got that guy watching it. You've got a couple of stores set up. And then these are a couple of the experiments from the vault when you when you start the quest and stuff. So you got that little slot machine, you got this thing, that one, and this bike. I don't like that bike. Bike's terrible. Okay, there's Clem. He's a bit of a weirdo. You'll meet him when you start this quest. Okay, so we've got all the shops we need down here. Then I took some building above these trains. It was kind of difficult to actually try and line it up. There's the rest of our farming area, and people can walk all over the place. Got the overseer's desk, which you have to make. So I'm basically using the trains as supports, and then I've got extra supports in between. We make our way up like this. We've got a staircase this side, that side. We've got places for people to sit, basic sleeping areas. You can check upstairs, same thing, they can sit and relax. So I'm not sure where they got all this stuff from, but well, they got it. Yeah, look, a few decorations, and you can see it's all basically just sleeping. So I try to spread out the sleeping areas. You can see a lady sleeping over here. Nobody else wants to sleep. Everybody else is standing around doing nothing. Okay, I might have actually, I should have actually built maybe somehow some way to walk up there. Because these are the only two ways to get up here. These people's pathfinding so broken that they don't find their way up here. But I don't exactly have a lot of space unless I build a pathway from there to here and then something up maybe. But it's fine for the moment. The beds are there, the happiness is going up. This place was actually falling apart when I got here. And that's about it. So I didn't do anything too fancy. But I got things spread out all over the place. Go up here. Have a better look. I have built a vault in here before, a while back. I think that's... I did make a video on it actually. It's a while back. So you can check my previous playthroughs and things. And you can build... Basically your limit is going to be more or less just underneath those little white boxes there where the lights are on. I think that's more or less the limit. You can see where this wall goes to. But if you build up here, you need to leave yourself some space that you can actually move around up there as well. Okay. That's about it, guys. I think there's nothing much else to say. You could try and build further down and go and scrap everything else in the vault. But it's going to get maybe a little bit more difficult to try and do your things. So maybe I'll try that with my next playthrough or something. But I'm going to have to scrap everything. Okay, that's about it. I don't think much else to say there. So depending on your build style and what you want to do and how you want to play it, choice is yours. Thanks for joining me in this episode. I will see you guys again in the next one. Cheers.
Yes?
Huh?